how we getting on? So today we're joined by the incredible, the phenomenal, son of a legend, Evan Holyfield. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All
How about
right,
you?
podcast over, man. Yeah. So we spoke to your dad like fairly recently. So this is kind of weird. It's the first time we ever talked to someone's dad and then them, or a family full stop. So bit interesting. Um. So anyone doesn't know, Evan is the son of Evander Holyfield, and he's 8-0, out there fucking kicking ass. So what got you into boxing? I assume your dad.
Nah, well, when I had my first fight, it was like my dad had kind of got me into it. I was like 8 years old, so we was just in the car and he was like, "Hey, y'all, would y'all want to do a boxing match?" It was me, my brother, and my sister, and I didn't think it was anything serious. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do a boxing match," you know what I mean? But no, it wasn't like we went to a gym. We actually went to a full out tournament. It was called Georgia Games. And me and my brother, we won gold medals in that tournament. And that was, we had literally 1 day of training, just learning the 1-2. And he took us there, and we both won our fights and stuff and got medals. But my mom didn't want me to box after that, so I did played every other sport until like I was like 14, 13, 14, and 15 around there. And then that's when I started to get into boxing because I wanted to be good at something myself because my other brother Elijah, he's only like a month younger than me, but he was really good at football. He played for UGA and he's in the NFL and stuff like that. So like I seen him flourishing and like doing real good. So I wanted to get like real good at something for myself. So I don't know. It was kind of weird because I knew kind of boxing was like for me in a way. It's because I wanted to be the most individual to myself, but I found the most individual sport in being boxing. That was what felt right to me. It wasn't because my dad was boxing or anything. It was really because when I first started boxing, I wasn't even good. I really had to learn my lessons and go down the roads of bumps and bruises and stuff like that to get where I'm at.
I mean, I suppose any sport you're pretty shit when you start, but you got there
Yeah.
in the end. 8-0 is nothing to be frowned upon. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, when you play in basketball and you just not good, you ain't getting hit
yeah.
for missing the jump shot or whatnot. Boxing is a little bit more I don't know, unfortunate.
Dire with its
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah.
You can fucking die.
Yeah. They haven't let somebody die in years. I don't think no. I don't know. Has there been any recorded deaths in the last I don't think so anyway. I think it
I
must have
Uh,
mean,
been
in bare knuckle, they just had a guy.
yeah, but like that's bare knuckle man. Boxing's much more shit. But yeah, no, it's shit man. It's really nice to have you on the podcast. Really appreciate it, man. No, just saying.
Just to
Yeah,
move on from, yeah.
yeah, it's like
yeah.
death, man. Come on, fuck that. But yeah, you fought recently. You fought on the undercard of the Stevenson fight. How'd that go? What was training camp like? How'd the whole thing play out for you?
The whole thing really went well for me. It was actually like my second fight because I live in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So the first time I had a fight in Atlanta, it was during like COVID. So really not too many people could be there. And it wasn't a big venue, but hey, that's where like the Hawks play and stuff, like our basketball team and stuff like that. So just growing up inside the city and just ended up having being on the card where like the Hawks play and stuff like that. It was kind of like surreal, kind of, because it's like you think about it when you're younger, like yeah, I'm gonna fight in there one day, but you never like really imagine actually happening so soon. So but my camp went well. I ended up splitting it between Georgia and Cincinnati. I stayed up in Cincinnati for half of my camp with Mike Stafford and Levi and them.
Hmm.
And I got some good work. Got to be around those people like Rushy Warren and Duke Reagan, them people like that. Duke Reagan won silver for the Olympics, so what I mean, it's my homie. But uh, but other than that, just got to be around, get around, like to be around those type people. You really get to learn from them. It's just hearing some of their experiences and some of their stories. So I feel like that really helped, and especially the sparring. So when I got back down, I was real comfortable being back in my hometown and ready to put on the show. I wasn't even like really like what's the word? I wasn't scared or anything, being on a stage like that, but I was really anxious to have the opportunity to show everybody like, this is what I've been working on this whole time, because when I was in high school and stuff like that, boxing's not in high school. Boxing's not a high school sport. So like you see your friends, get a recognition for what they're doing, but they don't really know what you're doing because they're not seeing the whole process behind the scenes. So for me to actually like come out in my city and, have that platform to show everybody who I was, who knew me, like this is what I've been working for this whole time. And I have the chance to actually show you, and give you an expedition of what I've been working on. So, the opportunity was great.
Yeah, and it was a hell of a performance, man. Was it the first round knockout, I believe?
It
First
was
round, second round,
second, like it was like
second round.
beginning of the second, but that first round was a little rough at first. So I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you're getting hit. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, that was nice. That was a good one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good one. It was a good, nice competitive one because, you know, I was looking at him and I was like, yeah, he looked kind of strong, but I just didn't expect him to be like that strong, like not his punches, but like physically strong. Like if you was to try to stand there with him, like he easily like push you over. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like.
Mm. Yeah, but you got the job done, man. And seriously, well done to you. It was incredible. I always love talking to like boxing prospects, just because I like to see your insight on the whole kind of like. There's two ways to get into boxing now. You can either do it from a young age, or you could have started a YouTube channel back then. So like I gotta know, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of like all these YouTubers becoming boxers? Do you think it's good for the sport? Do you think it helps grow it, or what's your opinion on it?
I say to each his own. Hey, box. When you really think of boxing in the a black and white, you know, scenario, boxing is you're an entertainer.
Mm.
So how you gonna get mad that a YouTuber comes to be a boxer, but he just has more fans than you? You know, essentially, he could have did that on any platform, and he could have brought his fans, and he would have did the same thing. This is the name of the game. You're an entertainer, and you build fans, and you get fans, and your fans follow you. And they want to see whatever you do. You know what I mean? So like, you can't be mad, you know, because at the end of the day, if they have more fans than you, they just have. That's the reason why they're getting more money, because they just have more people following you. You can't hate that. You can't hate on that. But I could understand if like Jake Paul or like one of these YouTubers got a title match before one of these people who've been grinding out, throughout the ranks. But if you're being real and you're looking at the box rec or whatever, whatever other people look at, you can see how many points he's gaining. He's not getting no points off of beating these, debut people. He's clearly not going for legacy. He's just making money. So, at the end of the day, you can't hate the man. Even Floyd Mayweather did the same thing on his 50th fight. I feel like that's more worse off than what
Yeah.
Logan and Jake Paul did, because how you gonna tie the record for 50-0 on with what is it, Rocky Marciano, and you're gonna use Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? You could have easily got, you know, there's a lot of people he could have fought. You know what I mean? But why are you gonna tie the record with an MMA fighter? A debuting MMA fighter. It just doesn't make sense. And that's for legacy. You know what I mean? But Jake Paul's doing this for money, so it's not even in the same conversation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just George, your camera's gone for me. I can't really see you.
No, look, it was pissing me off with the glitches. If you're on the
Right.
audio experience, you're having a good time. You're watching visually, like you're freaking out. You've had seizures or something. But yeah,
Just
you just had
yeah.
to bring up that 50th fight. That's personal on me. Yeah, that was a rough one. I always say like that was Conor McGregor at his best, and he wasted it.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. It's tough being a McGregor fan, man. That guy he has not performed recently to the standard of that what we expect. And You know, there's that guy now, Ian Gary, who's going. He's making his debut next week for UFC, but never be another McGregor man, to be honest. Then I just got to ask you as well. Then, what's your prediction for? Because I know Jake versus Tommy's happening. Do you see that playing out in any way?
To be honest, I've really never really paid too much attention to Tommy. Tommy Fury. Like, I'm not like saying like, trying to diminish him or anything, but I just haven't. I see him a lot in the news. You know what I mean? Like, I read the articles, but I haven't seen his actual like footage of him fighting. So I can't say, who's better than who, because I don't know the skills of one of them.
I always love talking to boxers, and they're very careful in what they say about other boxers' fights. Your dad was the exact same. You're like, oh, hey, Evander, what do you think's gonna win, Deontay Wilder or Fury? And he's like, I like both of them. And that was it. Like one's from the same place as me, and one's a Christian. So
You
fair
can't
enough.
really bash one of them. You know what I mean? I feel you. I feel one of
But
Makes
like,
sense.
man, if he was like, I hate both of them, that would have made all the news places. I was like, oh, I like both of them. No one. Actually, I think someone picked it up. Yeah.
But yeah, man, nah, it's a crazy sport, boxing, man. And now you're having all these UFC guys. It must be weird for you as a boxer to see like your sport becoming the home of like Tyron Woodley or like, because I heard he has another fight planned as well. Or like, I'm gonna say Ben Askren, but like,
The worst boxer in the UFC, and then he goes and boxes for real.
No, I was like, I don't even know what to say about that, because I was like, they counted all his total amount of punches that he's landed in his whole entire UFC career, and it was like in the single digits or something like that, or like
Jesus Christ,
and I was like, oh my goodness.
man. That's crazy, man.
His most impressive, yeah, his most impressive punch was a spinning back fist that he missed. Yeah, I because it was like a ballet thing, but it's not his thing.
Honestly,
Would you ever try MMA, or you're a boxing man?
I'm a boxing guy. Oh, I like watching MMA. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna you know downplay it or anything like that. But for me as an athlete, it just don't make any sense that you know you get both of these padded up, right? But you're getting hit with everything else that's not padded. You know what I mean? So I think I'll pass on that. And then on top of that, I believe, I'm not sure if it's really true, because I'm sure it's not true for every boxer, or it's not true for every MMA fighter. But I hear boxers get paid a little bit, significantly a little bit more for what we do.
And if it makes
That's what,
money, it makes sense, right?
yeah. If it makes money, it makes sense, definitely.
Who who said that originally?
Mm, I think Bob Arum has said some shit like that.
Who said
Love
that
it.
to us recently as well?
Man, it was Evan like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I know he said a second ago, but like someone on like in the last like 2-3 episodes said that.
I know, man.
Actually, no, it was that guy I had on, the other boxer, um, prospect 10 and
Oh,
0.
Raphael, yeah, the heavyweight.
Yeah, he said that. Never
Yeah.
mind. It's
Good guy,
freaking me
man.
out now.
So this weekend, man, it's huge for your division in particular, super middleweight. Got the unification, man. It's a huge fight. Do you have any thoughts, any predictions? What do you think will happen?
We talk about the Canelo fight, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's actually pretty crazy, because at first I was really thinking Canelo was gonna win. You know what I mean? Not saying that he's not gonna win, you know, but I had seen recently a couple of interviews with Caleb Plant, and just seeing his mindset and the way that he's composing himself for on the way that he's for a stage this big. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Mostly everybody who fights Canelo, and they be on like the interviews and or whatever, they be kind of like, not ratty, but like, you know what I mean, jittery, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
unsure of himself. But he seems to be in a very calm, peaceful place. Like, he knows what he's gonna do. He even told the people he's not gonna repeat himself from what he said from the last press conference, because y'all should already know. I said, damn, I feel that. I was like, yeah, I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. I feel like on paper we probably could say Canelo. Canelo does what he does. He's the champ. He's consistent and pretty much he shows up consistently every night, except when he was younger, and he's filled those gaps that I've seen, because I remember he used to have real trouble cutting off the ring.
Mm.
Eruslani Laura, but if Caleb Plant fights like Eruslani Laura, he could really pull this thing off. Because I honestly thought he lost that fight.
Mm.
You know, there's this whole thing going on with Usman wanting to fight Canelo, but they're both fighting like on the same night. What if they both lose? Like that whole that whole stick goes to nothing.
I don't think it's possible for Canelo to lose. There's eh, like you know what I mean. Like Canelo's at the point right now, kind of like where Floyd was at a point where boxing's a money business, and right now Canelo has too much money riding on him.
Yeah,
Like if we're really being real, so anything that's close, essentially, it's going to be a head nod to the champ, because at the end of the day, you got to take the belt from the champ. You know what I mean? But like, man, hey, you gonna have to knock that man Canelo out to beat him. I promise you, because I promise you, hey, because you ain't gonna beat him in the cards. I promise.
I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah, no, he's a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Go on.
I have a question there. Do you think because your dad's Evander Holyfield that people or underestimate you? I meant to say
Underestimate me?
they think like maybe you're writing on his name rather than you're building your own. Or
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think they definitely underestimate me in that light, because no, I really do enjoy the sport, and I feel like I spend more time in the gym than anything. You know what I mean? So like, hey, being in the gym is really just, man, this is like, hey, like boxing is my job, and this is fun. Like, I'm really making a living just off of just boxing. So it's a blessing. And to be honest, if I was a boxer, I don't know what I'd be doing. Probably be in the military or something. Like, and that's the only way I can see it, because I really wouldn't know what else to do, because boxing really is something I love, and it's a compassion of mine. I want to see how far I can take it, and hopefully I can make it to the Hall of Fame next to my dad.
I like that, man.
that's
I
a
like
yeah.
I like that vision.
Uh,
Shit.
did I hope so too? But we talked. Myself and Thomas have our little own dream match that we're talking about against you and Nico Ali. You guys are related to some of like the best to ever do it. And if you guys did it, maybe not now, too early now, but if you guys got it like later in your careers, that could be an incredible super fight. And like you said, if it makes money, it makes sense. I think that would make bank.
Yeah, hey, just with the names by itself. But it's the thing about boxing I like, the things I enjoy most about it is every single fight I have a chance to show somebody different, and I have a opportunity to show you know what I've been working on, how better I've gotten, or what I've been working on. So by the time you get down to like 2 years, Nigga Ali's gonna be a totally different fighter
Yeah.
from what you've seen, because it's clear he's still developing,
Of course.
but he's coach's Kronk. You know what I mean? His right hand gonna be crazy. Like
So
he
maybe you
already,
should get him early.
yeah, he already has a good right hand, but he's going. I feel like Nico's really going to develop into something great. It's really going to be how far he really wants to take it. To be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
when we talk to him, it seems like he wants to go beyond what his grandfather did, which is that's a big ask. But I mean, like if he keeps going, like he's super fucking young. Um, like he's 21, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's 21.
Yeah, he's got time. You too. You're like what 24?
Yeah, I just turned 24.
Yeah, dude, you're set. You're gonna be fine. 8-0 at 24. Fuck. Yeah, that's scary. I know guys in like their late 30s who are like 10-0, and they've been doing it for a while. So I actually, I think that's the only context you could ever diminish 10-0, that they're old while doing it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So we'll see what happens with you.
Sure.
Got any fights in the work?
I know right now they're talking about January, but
January.
I'm not sure what card that's going to be, or or anything like that. But I'm already back in the gym and whatnot, so it's just about staying healthy. Really, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that could really mess things up. When your focus is off and you're getting into things that you're not supposed to get into.
Yeah, I'd
Just
imagine. Or
oh,
go on, Thomas.
I was supposed to say with staying healthy, I saw that you also have like a partnership going on now with Georgian Hemp Company. How'd that come about, man?
Oh yeah, yeah. My management group, Abdullah group, they really helped me out and set me up with them. And to be honest, it's really a blessing in disguise. Because one thing about boxing is, you only get one body, and the only thing that be really derailing other people's careers, or that could really stall people's careers, other than them absolutely actually just losing, you know what I mean? It's either this is unfocused and then they get pulled off into, life, life takes control, or the body just can't keep up. You know what I mean? Like you only get one body and you just your body really represents a battery at the end of the day. So you're going through all these fights. Think about it. Floyd went 50-0, but one of the main reasons why he started to stop, or why he started to take bigger gaps between his fights, because the health of his hands, you know what I mean? So it's all about preventive, being preventive and stuff. And I feel like with CBD and these CBD products, it's all about staying on top of things. You don't want to start taking care of your body when it starts to hurt, because by that time you're already too late. The damage is already done. It's about being preventive and staying ahead of the curve. So that's what this sponsorship really allows me to do. And like I said, it's a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of on the same boat in that one. We also have some stuff going on with CBD places. Greenhouse CBD. They're kind enough to send out some stuff. It is a weird thing. If you like, it's really stigmatized, but when you're on it, it's fairly handy. And like
Yeah,
myself and Thomas, we're not exactly athletes like yourself, but it does the job.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it does the job. Um, your dad often says it's easier to keep it than to get it back. Do you have that kind of mentality when it comes to your fitness?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, it's definitely harder to like I be seeing folks do it all the time. I'd be like, I don't know how y'all be doing it. Like they'll come into the gym when they have a fight, right? And they've been in the gym for the whole camps. It's going hard, and they'll be in really good shape. I'm talking about like real good shape. So they have their fight, and then once they have their fight, they gone. And then like you may see them like a couple weeks later, maybe a month later, and you be like, oh, there goes so and so. He must have got a fight going on, and they'll be so out of shape, body all, you know, like your body only could take that for for so much or so
Yeah,
long,
Yeah.
so like I'd be like, how do y'all keep on doing that to yourselves? Because it's way more easier just staying and maintaining than falling off the cliff and then trying to climb back up each time. Like,
yeah. You know who's a devil for that? Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. That guy put on like 40 pounds after his fight. I think he almost got to 200 pounds after fighting at like what 145,
155, yeah.
155. Holy shit! Like
yeah,
the pictures beforehand is like this skinny, tough motherfucker, and like afterwards he looks a bit like me. He's round.
yeah, hey, your face is always the first one that takes it. That shit crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, he's guilty of it. I haven't seen anyone do it as extreme as him. Like even if you look at like people who aren't even fighting at the time, they're normally jacked. Like find like a fat UFC fighter.
Hmm. Oh, that man. Oh no. Let me think.
Okay, I can name one now. That took me a second. I love Daniel Cormier, but
Yeah, yeah.
dude,
I'll show you.
yeah.
Hey,
Shit.
John Jones be gaining weight too between his things.
dude. Yeah.
Shit. All right.
So, actually, I got a question for you, and then we'll wrap this up. You said you're a big MMA fan, yeah, but like you're a boxer yourself. When you're watching boxing, is it a bit weird? Like you don't enjoy it as much because it's like that's your fucking job. Like imagine an engineer looking at like how it's made all day.
Oh, I guess so. But nah, it's not like that. I be watching boxing like before I go to sleep. Like not even like hey, boxing is just like I'm not gonna say boxing is life. Like yeah, I ain't gonna act like I would be obsessed with boxing or nothing like that. But I really do enjoy watching boxing. It's just every time I watch boxing or really when you watch somebody else for me when I watch somebody else box, it's like a bit of seeing their personality. Not every nobody punches the same. You know what I mean? And the way some people set things up, maybe a way I would have never even like fathomed of setting something up. So once I see something like that, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good setup. You know what I mean? I could probably steal that. You know what I mean? And put my own little twist on it. So it'd be a little bit more disguisable or something like that. It's like that to me. Watching boxing. Just taking their skills and really seeing all that they dedicate and give, and just try to make something a little better of your own. Like my favorite boxers be the ones in the smaller divisions because in the heavyweights everybody hit hard. You know what I mean? Like it don't really take too much talent to hit somebody too hard, but at the lower divisions, the smaller you get, you don't see too many knockouts. But what really separates them is literally going to be their skill and their
Yeah.
speed. You know what I mean? So I like picking off from them, and taking their little footwork techniques and try to like implement I'm 154 pounds, but I could probably fight like a 122, 123. You know what I mean? 122.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um, that'd be a tough wake up, but fuck, nice.
yeah, that's a rough one.
No, I'm not saying like I'm gonna fight down there. I said I can fight like them.
I like
Oh,
them. Oh my bad.
right.
Sorry. All right. But I was thinking, Jesus, man, kill yourself doing that. But
Well, no,
Yeah,
I'd be a crackhead doing that.
yeah, you turned a bone. Yeah, damn. Okay. Well, yeah, no, you're fast as fuck when you're fighting. So fair play on that front. I suppose that's kind of it. Unless
Yes.
you got anything left, Thomas?
No, man. I just want to, thank yourself for getting on. Seriously, man, much appreciated. I know your time is valid, so good luck, man. We'll be watching your next fight, and I'm sure you'll fucking give him hell.
I appreciate
Much love. But if people want to check you out, where can they find you?
it. You can find me on Instagram at Evan Holyfield with an underscore at the end, and then if on Twitter it's Chief Holy. You know,
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
there has to be a chief of all them kids. You know what I mean? I'm middle child, but I don't think nobody can mess with me no more.
Good man yourself. Well, there you go. So if you want to check him out, you know where to find him. Take it handy. Good luck, and bye
Yeah.
bye. All right, that was great crack. Evan's a sound lad, and why did I say that so fucking weird? Yeah, he was sound. Look forward to seeing his next fight. Thomas is there with a stiffy the whole time. So Thomas, gives a word.
I am, man. He's a fucking cool dude. I really want to see a fight between him and Nico, man. That'd be a hell of a fight. I want two of them to win a couple belts first, though. Couple guys, maybe 3-4 years down the line, be biggest fucking fight of the century. That's it. Will the top Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, absolutely. But the current, generational boxer. But I'm gonna stop talking now. Patrons, I love yous. You're sound. Seriously, appreciate what you do, man. Keep fucking subscribing, listening, seriously. And if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, will you do it? Like,
Well,
it's
you don't have to.
grand.
If you okay. Thomas is over here, big business, looking to steal your money. No, we offer a lot on the Patreon. If you want to check it out, there's plenty going on there. I think this episode itself will be on the Patreon, but this is kind of weird because you'll be listening after or during. Who knows? So we're gonna keep putting things up on us. If you can't or don't want to support the patron, you can just subscribe, like, I don't know, comment, tell your mom. I mean, the dog, maybe he likes podcasts. So That's how you can support us. Take care.